Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com here with match number 1 with our lovely Unearthed deck. Guess we'd like to play first. See what we have in our hand. We have a Waste Not plus a double Waste Not. Whoa! We're going to keep this hand just because it's incredibly greedy. Why not? So we'll go first turn. We can just do like Blood Crypt and play tapped, and then we can go ahead and Waste Not the following turn. I think that's the best line of play. So we're going to get a lot of value depending on what deck this is on turn 2 or on turn 3 with the Burning Inquiry. I could be incredibly greedy and just go for a turn 4 depending on if it is a Collected Company deck. We might be under the gun though. But even Liliana's Caress. Tractor Demon's fine. I'm going to thin out the deck a little bit. The Polluted... No, because Polluted Delta I'd want to shock. So we'll just go ahead and just throw out a Waste Not. And that can do some pretty degenerate things. We can actually... Yeah, turn 3 we can double Waste Not and then Burning Inquiry. So... Yeah, and then basically have, like... We can get rid of anything pretty easily out of our deck. We'll have our 3 lands. We'll have all of our sources. And you never know how badly Burning Inquiry is going to mess him up. It's going to give us a ton of 2/2s. But we are under a little bit of a... This deck is capable of turn 3 with the Birds of Paradise finding perfect. It's most likely to be a turn 4, turn 5, the Collective Company. He is going to destroy the Waste Not. That's very obnoxious. Yeah, that hurt big time, actually, because it's not going to give us an insane amount of tokens. So let's see what we can... There's our Spectre. And I could just hardcast this guy right now and then Waste Not the following turn, Burning Inquiry. But... Is that the line of play we want to go? I'm not quite sure. I don't know if I'm sold on that. I think I'll just go get a basic... Island. No, I can be greedy here. I can be greedy here and get a Watery Grave. And then we'll Waste Not again. And then, oops, tap this for a Burning Inquiry mana. So we each draw 3, discard 3. We get one of the Specters in the graveyard and another Burning Inquiry and Liliana's Caress. So we get a 2/2, a 2/2, and 3 mana, which will get back the... Oh, he gets a Smiter into play. That's an obnoxious. So this doesn't quite... This just looks like junk, actually. Or Abzan, not quite Collected Company, so I'm okay with that. And I could cast a Gravecrawler back, but I think it's just going to be this Spectre. And those Smiters are very good against us. I'll be able to attack with the Spectre here. And he'll take 3, and he'll have to discard another card, which hopefully isn't a Lox and a Smiter. So it's going to be 2 mana. So for 2 mana, we could actually cast a Gravecrawler back. No, we have to use it right now. So unfortunately, that doesn't translate into mana we can use. But now we have to get rid of the Spectre. So that wasn't a terrible play. I might just end up having to chump the Smiter with the 2 zombies. But I do want to get that Gravecrawler back. Gavany Township is going to be very annoying. So I do need to chump off before it gets out of range, I believe. We would have been in good shape if that wasn't a smiter that he discarded. He's going to path exile one of them. I guess that's okay. We'll go get the other basic island. And we lose our zombies here. And there's a Voice Resurgence. That's going to be another card that's going to be hard for us to deal with. The Snapcaster Mage can get a Burning Inquiry. And we might actually just want to do that right now. Or we could just hard cast a Spectre before we start. We can get the Spectre back, though, with a Call of the Nether World. So I think this is the right play. We're going to Snapcaster Mage the Burning Inquiry. And, oh no, we did not get... Jeez. We had a 2-2 and then a bunch of land, which we can't... We can actually call the Netherworld back. Get a draw card here, too. A Bolt I can't... We can actually tutor this up, though. For a Steam Vents. We'll get another Blood Crypt. And... yeah, I think we want to pay 2 life here. Because then this allows us to... call back the Spectre. And then we can just cast it. Which I think is the better play. That might end up not being the right play or not, but we'll see. As now I can block the Smiter again unless he drops a land. He does drop a land. I think I just take the damage. Oh, he just passed his turn. That's interesting. So he's expecting me to attack in. So there's an Angler. That's going to be a nice card. I'm just going to attack in with the Spectre. See if he blocks with the bird. Wonder if he has Lingering Souls in the deck too. So any deck with like Lingering Souls and Locks and Smiter is going to be rough for this deck to deal with. But it is quite efficient. We do go through our deck. Again, that Abrupt Decay in the Waste Not was huge because we would have overwhelmed him with zombies. So he is going to block it with the Birds of Paradise. So see if he, in response, puts counters on stuff. He does not. So now he can't actually cast for the Township. So I think the right play here, can't quite Extractor Demon, is we will cast Angler. We can get rid of Waste Not, Polluted Delta, Caress, Waste Not, Polluted Delta. And then, yeah, just get an Angler. And then I can bolt off his voice if I wanted to, or I think what we'll just do is cast a Gravecrawler. And then just pass the turn. So he's gonna kill the Heath. He even has a Pride Mage. This is a very rough matchup, for sure. And he's gonna Abrupt Decay the Waste Not. So double Abrupt Decay, and that is not good for us. We do have this Angler that can take care of a Smiter. I can't cast anything on his turn, which is obnoxious. If he does, doesn't the other card... Yeah, the one that pumps up the white and green creatures, if it's discarded, it comes on the battlefield too. Oh, this is just terrible for us. We have like really, really terrible options with against his deck. So I just need the Spectre to ride to victory, though. I also have a 5/5 Extractor Demon that's going to be coming out, and he can't attack in. So this is looking good for us. There's Double Bolt. So I can kill 2 voices. Oh, I'll bring out a... I could Double Bolt off a Smiter and then attack with everything. I think that's actually the right play. Because he's out of cards here. And then we'll swing in. And he'll get some tokens. They might be big if he gets a Lingering Souls off the top. In fact, that could be lethal if he gets a Lingering Souls off the top. But just 2/2s, and now he really needs to find a top deck to save him. Which his deck is quite capable of doing so. And just another Voice Resurgence, which is annoying. They're 3/3s now. I think you have to... No, he can't attack there. If I attack him with the Angler, though, he has to double block with Elementals and then lose both of them. And that might be my best line of play. I actually just think that I keep back. Even though I only have 1 blocker. Mana Leak is bad at this point because it doesn't interact very well. So I'd force him to block here. But if he just blocks the Voice Resurgence on the backswing, he has 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4. Ugh. Yeah, I have to go with the Angler. Yeah, I'm just going to go in with everything. And that's fine to me. He loses everything. Kills the Angler. And he just has a 1 of Voice of Resurgence token. And he's down to 1, so he needs to find an answer for my Spectre next turn. And it can't be a Siege Rhino. I can Mana Leak it. He gets that back though is a pain because he can actually flash it back. That was probably that was the best top deck in the entire world. And you can flash it back, buddy, and live. Yeah. Why did he scoop? He's actually fine because he flashes it back, blocks, kills my Spectre, attacks in for 1 this turn. Unless, was I missing something out of my... Izzet Charm would have taken 1 of them away, though, and I'd still have the Spectre. But, man, I was a long way before I can actually hardcast this Extractor Demon. Unfortunately for us, though, there's some pretty bad options for... I mean, hey, like, this is just... Vapor Snag is bad. Dispel is bad. Bolts, I guess, are better than... Mana Leak's okay. Counter Squall is kind of weird. Doesn't counter enough stuff. Command's fine. It's not the best card. Izzet Charm is kind of weak at this point, but I do want to get through. I'm going to bring in a Call of the Netherworld and a Grave Scrabbler and a Murderous Cut in this one. Electrolyze actually seems good too. So I'm going to get rid of Izzet Charm and 1 of Dark Deal because those seem really, really, really bad versus him. The grave crawlers don't do a lot. They just get chump block, chump block, chump block, but they are value, somewhat value. Faithless Looting's fine. The lightning bolts are fine. I don't know if I need all 3 of my own lightning bolts, though. Do they really do enough versus him? Do they kill enough things? Caress. He's going to be just waste nodding like crazy. I think I'm going to go down in 1 caress. And do I need a Whispering Madness? Okay, we'll try this. What if he brings in a Rest in Peace? That will pretty much ruin my day. Other than Rest in Peace takes care of his... hit a lot of his stuff, too. I can still do the Delver draw, too. I can still do the first turn Thoughts... fetch land Thought Scour into second turn Angler. Fetch land Angler. Doesn't that... So there's 3 in the bin, and 4 in the bin of a fetch land. You drop a fetch land, that's 5 in the bin, that's 6 mana. So second turn Tassiger anyway. I'll keep this. It's okay. There's my first turn island. And then I can electrolyze that coming up. So we'll island Thought Scour myself. I could have done that instant speed, or end of turn, his turn. And then he could have had to worry about a Spell Snare. So that probably would have been the better play. And we find junk, though. We needed that Waste Not, of course. So you could cast a Hierarch actually this turn, which is a bit rough. He's going to Thought Seize. Thought Seize, I think what he takes here is the Electrolyze. That's what I would take. If he takes the Spectre, then I got to assume he's got a Hierarch in his hand. Or, I mean, a Smiter. Loxodon and Smiter. I'm glad this kind of held its own versus Abzan, though, as I can't think of a worse matchup in the metagame right now than Abzan. Possibly Burn. I don't know if we can race Burn. We might be able to, though. Yeah, but Electrolyze definitely was the right play. He's going to swing in for 1. And we draw into another land. I think we'll thin out the deck. Just go get the basic mountain. Actually not, because we want some way to tutor up if he paths for 1 more basic land. So, again, we can't cast any, so we'll just Blood Crypt here. Pretty slow hand for what our deck can do. No Waste Not, no Lorlanda's Caress. And now he might just go the route of just pumping up his dudes. And he's going to... Lingering Souls. So I'm just going to get tokened out here. Another Birds of Paradise. Oh, what I'd pay for a Pyroclasm. Because, again, I can't really interact with all of these guys. The command can actually get me back, make him discard the last card in his hand, and kill off a Hierarch. That might be the best play. I don't think just getting a Spectre out is the right play. So we are just going to use it right now. So 2 damage to him, and... Whoa. Choose 2. Choose target player. And... Okay, and then kill this. Which, again, isn't the greatest line of play because you can still activate that Gaminy Township, and I think that's what he needs to do is just ride that to victory. Especially with that land. You just start pumping up a Gaminy Township. Yeah, and swinging it for 5. And I don't think I can deal with that. That's unfortunate. Could have dealt with anything but... See, Waste Not at this point is kind of weak. The Shambling remains kind of weak. A Spectre can at least kill something, but that's not that great of a play. But it's better than nothing. Yeah, sometimes just Gathering Township, Lingering Souls, and a bunch of dorks gets the job done. Pretty decent versus my hand especially. I mean, what's my line of play is just to hope for what so Wiltleaf Liege, so stuff's bigger now, so I'm gonna definitely block a Spirit. And then what? Hope to get a Terminate. I mean, it could be greedy here actually and take out a Birds, and then he can't if I terminate. I don't think it matters too much. I think I'm dead no matter what. Yep, that is going to be the concession. We need to go first this time and hopefully get our good draw. Wiltleaf Liege is just a really good card against us. Izzet Charm's actually good versus his stuff and the bolts. The bolts and the temper, I guess, are fine. I'm going to get rid of the Distractor Demon. Kind of does weird stuff. Same with the Shambling Remains. Just not very good, I think. And the Call of Netherworld will go down to a 1 of. And then also get rid of another Dark Deal. I think Dark Deals are just going to be too late. So I'm going to submit this. Well, Vapor Snag's actually not bad, too. Vapor Snag can get rid of a bird. Yeah, I'm going to keep in some Vapor Snags. We'll get rid of a Caress. I don't think Caress is going to be the way to win this one. And I guess a Scourge Devil, too. So we're really going down in the amount of stuff to unearth. All right, so yes, we like to play first. I hate this hand. I really hate this hand. Because Burning Inquiry doesn't really even guarantee that I... Man, 2 lands in this would be an amazing hand. I'm going to be a bad player and keep it. So we're just going to play a Blessing Mire and not even crack it. So our opponent has to go to 6. He loves his 6, though. So we'll pass the turn, not crack anything, and hope to draw into a land. And then if we don't draw a land, we can Burning Inquiry and just pray we hit something. Again, Lox and Smiter if Liege are just killer versus us. This is just a bad matchup. Especially when he Thoughtseize is here. He takes the Waste Not, most likely, yeah. Because he doesn't want me top decking into a land, but that's actually fine. There's a Dark Deal. Unfortunately, we are going to have to Burning Inquiry here. So I think Steam Vents might be the best card. No, it's gonna be Blood Crypt. And just hope that he doesn't have a Lox and Smiter. And we did not find a land, so that's terrible for us. Yep, should have mulled that away. We can Murderous Cut whatever he puts out. Vapor Snag and... Actually, all those were fine to get rid of. Now he's going to Thoughtseize the Murderous Cut. It's the only thing I can cast. With all the tools, though, I'm really wondering how well a Bridge from Below deck would work in Modern. With, especially having even more fetch lands, like Hedron Crab, go Anglers and Tassigurs. I'll have to look into that, too. So he's really wondering what he takes. For me, it's an easy pick. You take the Murderous Cut. I could still top deck into a Tassiger or an Angler and still be in decent position. Especially since I didn't see a lot of removal besides the Path to Exile. And he ends up taking the command. That's fine. Speaking of Mr. Angler, that is our only hope. That was a great top deck. We'll take the Waste Not, the Bloodstained Mire, the Whispering Madness, the Snapcaster Mage, the Vapor Snag, the Colgan's Command, and that's everything, right? So we'll keep the Burning Inquiry. All right, Mr. Angler, you can do it. I believe in you. I bet if I was him, I'd be very upset. But I mean, he can draw a Lingering Souls here. Yeah, this really sets me back. Even though I think he'll be blocking. We're going to hit a land eventually. Have 17 out of 46, so pretty good odds each turn. Just need to avoid him drawing that Gavney Township again. Might just end up getting back his Lingering Souls. Start attacking in. He get a Wiltleaf Liege here, and then that's pretty brutal. Path to Exile will be pretty brutal for me too. Pride Mage is okay. He can get in with his spirit and then flash back his other spirits. Yeah, that's definitely the right play. And I'm going to draw land. Oh, there we go. That is not the... We need a blue source there, but we're one closer to getting that Electrolyze. If I was him, I'd just chump it with a spirit. Yep. Whoa. No, I did not mean to. Oh, jeez. I actually passed the turn there. So that was stupid of me. Hit F6 instead of F2. So now if we hit, we'll probably hit another land drop, and that might end up costing me the game. So he's going to attack in with the Pride Mage is all. So I'll go down to a 12. Just a Thought Scour, so it ended up not mattering. And now I think I need to keep my guy back, unfortunately. Because he'll just block with a Voice Resurgence token. But now he's going to be able to get in for 2/2/2/2/2. So I need to top deck into that blue source. And he's hitting just land, which is awesome for me. And if I do hit that blue source, though, we get to kill those spirits. Hey, look at that. And we'll do it right now. Because we can't do it on his turn. So we got one Lingering Souls out of the way. And there's a Call to Netherworld. I'm still not going to attack in. We're just going to use this guy as defense. Which might not end up being the right play, but... I'll be able to Thought Scour myself next turn. And then hopefully kill whatever he puts out. Hoping it's not a Siege Rhino. Oh, the Siege Rhino's not that... Yeah, Wiltleaf Liege. He can attack in. That hurts. I'm down to a 5. If I block, I lose my dude. I think I just go to a 5 here. Waste Not does little here. I'm just going to Thought Scour myself. And fortunately, this comes into play tapped. And we have to... Murderous Cut right now on the Liege. And I want the Electrolyze, I think. Whoops. I could have kept one more in my graveyard. And pass the turn, but I'm in pretty bad shape to any number of top decks now, especially now that I can't deal with his aggression. And he gets a Willfleet Leaf anyway, so now I have to block. Which is unfortunate because I don't see any way out of this one. Almost came back in this game. The Bolt does not take care of anything either. I could Izzet Charm and Bolt the Wiltleaf Liege and then die. No, I'm still alive. So I think that works. But then any number of top decks and I die. So actually Bolt and Command is probably the best. We can get back an Angler or make him discard that last card that's in his hand. Yeah, I actually think that's a better play, other than because the Call of Netherworld can get back my Angler at any time. So 2 damage to target creature. Target player discards and deals 2 damage to target creature player. So he's going to discard a card. And this is going to take 2. It's a Lox and a Smiter. And that's that's game. All right, we were dead on so many different fronts, but again, this is a nightmare for a Waste Not deck with Kazali Pride Mages, Wiltleaf Lieges, Lox and Smiters, Abrupt Decays, etc. Even Voice of Resurgence is getting value. We'll go on to another match. This is Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com. Thanks for watching.